Have you ever pondered the profound connection between life and faith? The question of life's purpose is a universal curiosity that transcends time and space. It's a question that has been asked and explored in countless ways across countless cultures. But for many, the answer lies in faith. Faith, especially for those within the Christian community, offers a compass in the uncharted waters of life. It guides us through the storms and leads us towards the light. It provides a roadmap for navigating the peaks and valleys, the joys and sorrows, the victories and defeats. Faith doesn't promise a life without challenges, but it does promise a way through them. It assures us that we are not alone, that there is a purpose, and that there is a divine plan. In the next few minutes, we delve into inspirational stories that demonstrate the power of faith. Our first story is about a woman named Sarah who faced incredible adversity. In a world that often seemed to conspire against her, Sarah found solace and strength in her faith. She was born into a family of modest means, the youngest of 6 children. Her parents, though loving, were largely absent, toiling day and night to ensure the family's survival. Life was challenging, but Sarah's faith was unwavering. As a child, she'd sit in the quiet corners of her home, clutching her well-worn Bible, whispering prayers into the stillness. Her faith was a beacon in the midst of her struggles, a soothing balm for her weary soul. In her teen years, Sarah's struggles escalated. An unexpected tragedy claimed the life of her beloved mother. The family, already stretched thin, was thrown into disarray. Yet, even amidst the chaos, Sarah's faith remained steadfast. She held on to the belief that God was with her, that He was guiding her through the storm. She leaned on her faith, turning to the Bible for comfort and guidance. She found solace in verses like Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Sarah's faith was tested again when she was diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. The diagnosis was a devastating blow, but Sarah refused to succumb to despair. She leaned into her faith more than ever, praying fervently and seeking God's guidance. Her faith became her lifeline, her anchor in the tumultuous sea of life. It sustained her through the grueling treatments, through the fear and uncertainty. Through it all, Sarah held on to her belief in God's plan, in His love and mercy, and it was her faith, her unshakable belief in God, that saw her through. Sarah's story is a testament to the power of faith, to its ability to guide us through the darkest of times, to provide solace when all seems lost. Sarah's faith was her compass, guiding her through life's stormy seas. Our next story is about a man named David who found strength in his faith. David's life was a testament to the power of belief. He was an ordinary man, living an ordinary life. But like all of us, he faced challenges. His battles were not fought on grand stages or in the public eye, but in the quiet corners of his everyday existence. His struggles were personal, intimate, and often overwhelming. Yet in every challenge, David found a reservoir of courage that seemed to come from somewhere deep within him. He was not a warrior by trade, nor by nature. He did not possess extraordinary physical strength or cunning. But what David had was an unshakable faith, a faith that guided him through the darkest nights and the fiercest storms. He held on to his faith like a lifeline, trusting in it when all else failed. There were times when David felt alone, times when he felt the crushing weight of his battles bearing down on him. But even in those moments, his faith remained steadfast. It was during these times that his faith was his only source of strength. He held on to his belief, even when the world seemed to be against him. In his darkest hours, David would retreat within himself, seeking solace in his faith. He would close his eyes and let the words of Scripture wash over him, finding comfort and courage in their timeless wisdom. His faith became his shield, protecting him from the harsh realities of his world. David's story is not just about the power of faith, but about the strength that resides within each one of us. It's about how faith can guide us, protect us, and give us the courage to face whatever life throws at us. Faith, as David discovered, is more than just a belief. It's a source of strength, a shield that protects us, and a beacon that guides us in our darkest moments. For David, his faith was his shield, protecting him in life's battles, and so it can be for us if we too choose to embrace the power of faith. Our final story is about a teenager named Ruth who found wisdom in her faith. Ruth was no ordinary teenager. She was curious, inquisitive, always yearning to understand the world around her. But as she journeyed through the labyrinth of adolescence, she often found herself at crossroads, puzzled by life's complexities. It was during these times of confusion and uncertainty that Ruth turned to her faith. To her, faith was not just a belief, it was a source of wisdom, a beacon of light in the dark corridors of uncertainty. There was a time when Ruth was faced with a tough decision. She was offered a scholarship at a prestigious university far from home. It was a golden opportunity, but it also meant leaving her family and everything familiar. Ruth was torn. She sought guidance from her faith, immersing herself in prayer and meditation. In the silence of her devotion, Ruth found clarity. She realized that faith was not just about accepting things blindly. It was about seeking wisdom, understanding the bigger picture. It was about trusting the journey, even when the destination was unknown. Ruth decided to take the leap of faith, accepting the scholarship. The decision was not easy, but her faith gave her the courage to step out of her comfort zone. It provided her with the insight she needed to embrace the unknown with open arms. Years later, Ruth reflects on that decision as a turning point in her life. It was her faith that gave her the wisdom to seize the opportunity, shaping her into the resilient, confident woman she is today. Ruth's story is a testament to the power of faith. It shows us how faith can provide us with wisdom, guiding us through life's toughest decisions. It teaches us that faith is not just about believing, but also about understanding, trusting, and growing. To Ruth, her faith was her guide, illuminating her path in life's labyrinth. These stories, diverse as they are, share a common thread: the power of faith. This power is not one of physical might or intellectual prowess. It's a power that transcends the physical world, reaching into the depths of the human spirit. Each of these three stories, Sarah, David, and Ruth, serves as a testament to this profound truth. Consider Sarah, whose faith was her guiding light amidst the darkness of uncertainty. She clung to her faith, not knowing where it would lead her, but trusting in its guidance nonetheless. This faith was not a passive acceptance, but rather an active commitment to believe, even when circumstances seemed insurmountable. Then there's David, who found strength in his faith. In the face of adversity, David's faith did not waver. It was his anchoring force, his unwavering conviction that he was not alone. His faith did not promise the absence of hardship, but it offered a strength that could withstand any storm. And let's not forget Ruth, who discovered wisdom through her faith. Faith was her compass, directing her when the path was unclear. It was through faith that she was able to navigate the complexities of life, making decisions not based on immediate circumstances, but on an unwavering belief in a greater plan. These stories remind us that faith is not a fleeting sentiment, but a deeply rooted conviction. It's not about having all the answers, but about trusting that there is a reason and a purpose beyond our understanding. Faith is not a guarantee against struggle, but it provides the resilience to endure, to persevere, and to triumph. Faith manifests itself in various forms, as guidance for Sarah, strength for David, wisdom for Ruth. Yet its essence remains the same. It's an unwavering trust in something greater than ourselves, a conviction that enables us to face life's challenges with courage and hope. In the face of life's complexities, faith remains our steadfast companion. It's the invisible thread that binds us, the beacon that guides us, and the power that propels us forward. It's the essence of our humanity, the cornerstone of our spirit, and the defining characteristic of our existence. From our stories, it's evident that faith is not just a belief, but a force that propels us forward. It's the unseen hand that pushes us to persevere when the going gets tough, the whisper that urges us to reach out in kindness, the flame that ignites our determination to make a difference. Through each narrative shared, we've seen faith's transformative power. It has turned despair into hope, weakness into strength, and trials into triumphs. These aren't mere anecdotes, but real experiences of individuals who, despite life's challenges, have found solace and strength in their faith. As we reflect on these stories, let's ponder on our faith and its role in our lives. Is it a beacon in the dark guiding us to safety? Is it our shield in the face of adversity? Or perhaps it's the compass pointing us towards our true purpose. As we journey through life, let faith be our compass, our shield, and our guiding light.